Hello, welcome back to Homestand NFL. I'm your host, Sarah Said, with Justin Pooni and Jelani Goodridge-Reid. Finally, everything is back to normal. We have Jelani here.
It's good to be back.
Yeah.
Nobody likes spending one-on-one
No,
time.
it's not that. It's just, I was telling him last time, I'm like, it feels like I'm missing a child of mine.
Damn, that's crazy. I know Justin held it down. I know he held it down.
Of course I held the
for
fort
Homestand NFL.
Of course.
So, are you guys excited to talk about the playoffs?
Of course.
Absolutely.
So
yes. That was the worst drum roll ever, but
was it? Do you do a drum roll?
No.
Okay. So then, so playoffs are officially locked in. They begin next Saturday, and it starts with 2 games on the Saturday, then a triple header on Sunday, then 1 on Monday. So, first of all, Justin, congrats to you and your Seahawks. You can talk to take the floor.
The city of Detroit, Michigan. I know everybody clowns on you guys, says you're bankrupt, you're ugly, you're not pretty. Well, to me, you're the most beautiful city in the world today. Shout out to Jared Goff, Jamal Williams, Dan Campbell. I almost bit my own kneecap watching the game last night. Shout out to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Shout out to Motown Records. Shout out to 8 Mile. Shout out to Jalen Rose. Shout out to Jalen Rose's hairline. Shout out to Chris Webber. Shout out to shout out to Motown Records. Shout out to General Motors. Shout out to anything that came from Detroit. I love the city of Detroit. Detroit, I will literally come down to Detroit tonight and party there and whatever because I love the city of Detroit. Thank you for knocking off Aaron Rodgers and putting my Seattle Seahawks in the playoffs.
Wow, yeah,
that's great.
Good job, Justin. And Seahawks are going to be playing against the 49ers. So, Jelani, tell me, do you think it's going to, because I don't want to talk to you about this. Do you think that the Seahawks will be able to make it against the 49ers?
It's possible because
smart individual right here.
Look, thank you. Look, I actually wanted this matchup. I didn't really care about the Packers making it. The Lions, I really wish they did make it, but I like this. This is NFC West. This is a huge battle. Seattle can win this game. They can win this game because Purdy Montana. I understand he's been playing well. This is the playoffs now. This is a different type of environment. I know they're at home. I get that. Okay, and I know he has all the weapons.
What home field advantage do the 49ers really have, though?
They do have it. Okay, but I'm talking about the pressure now. The pressure cooker is on. Okay, the Niners, to me, I've been saying it, the scariest team in the NFC. But can Purdy Montana come through? Right, because the Seattle Seahawks are playing with like just
house money
right now.
Nothing
right?
to
They
lose.
have nothing to lose. The Niners have everything to lose because they are one of the favorites in the NFC right now. So this could be a game because there's always a favorite that falls. There's always in the wild card every year. There's always a favorite that falls. Is this a game? Possibly. You never know. I do think if you're asking me right now, I do think the Niners win. I'm sorry. But I'm gonna say out of all the games this weekend, this could be a game that people will be shocked by.
All right, Justin, thoughts?
Smiling so much.
Geno Smith.
There is no chance the Seattle Seahawks are going to beat the San Francisco 49ers.
It's possible.
There's no chance.
You have to be confident in your own team.
I'm
Just
realistic.
like
You know why I'm doing this? You know why I'm doing this? Because in my heart, I want them to win. I'm just cushioning the loss. I'm cushioning it.
No, because you're going to manifest a loss.
But I just think it's a divisional matchup, so it's possible.
Look,
never know.
Look. Geno Smith broke the franchise record in passing yards.
How do you feel about people saying there's an extra game, so it doesn't matter?
Who cares?
It's notable. It's
Jamal Williams just broke Barry Sanders' touchdown record, right?
So, no, he's had a great year, Geno.
Sure. The defense worries me, especially the rush defense, because Christian McCaffrey's been balling out. But like you said,
Debo coming
can apparently the rookie of the year, the superstar that's swept over the NFL, Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, show up in the playoffs when it matters the most?
That's the question with this game.
I don't know.
And now we're going to go to the Dolphins.
Okay.
Which I'm excited about. Versus the Bills. So I'm going to list, I'm going to tell you all the triple header games. New York Giants, Minnesota Vikings are after that game, and then the last game of the day is Baltimore Ravens and Bengals. What game are you guys actually looking up for the most? Let's ask.
Bengals and Ravens, yeah, because I want to know what's up with Lamar Jackson. Is he actually going to play? Now, if he plays, that helps out Baltimore extremely. And I think Baltimore, the way their defense has been playing, they could get Cincinnati.
You never know.
They could get Cincinnati.
That's what I'm saying. Like a divisional matchup, just like your game.
Yeah.
These games could go either way.
They could.
You know what I'm saying? And they already beat the Bengals too. I get it. Last week, he wasn't there though, right? So if you're talking, and I think if they win this game, let's say they beat the Bengals, you're talking about Lamar who hasn't played in like a month, right? And they
More
said
than that now.
Yeah, they said like day to day, and then it was week to week. We just haven't heard anything. He hasn't been practicing, right? Now there's a strong chance he's gonna play. That would be a huge loss for the Bengals, just the way they've been playing.
Yeah.
Right. And then
I think
lose at home
Yeah,
too.
the Bengals are 6.5-point favorites right now, which is a big line. But the way they've been playing of late, you kind of have to.
To me, they're the hottest team in the NFL.
I think exactly. The Bengals right now are the team that nobody wants to play because Joe Burrow's playing at a high level. That offense is clicking. That defense is playing well. And if they can get through Baltimore, right, and then they go into Buffalo,
I can see them going all the way.
could they? Yeah, I think they
I
can
would
go
not be shocked. I would
not be
because
shocked.
my pick is Kansas City, but I'm not shocked if the Bengals go to or
Now,
win this week.
I will say this: so the upset of the weekend will be Sarah's team, the Giants. They're gonna beat the Vikings this
Really?
week. They're gonna beat the
Okay,
Vikings.
I like that, Justin. One of my many teams.
Yeah, one of your 20 different teams.
And speaking of Jelani's team on Monday night, we got the Cowboys versus Tampa Bay. Do you think Tom Brady will take your team down, Jelani?
Look,
Absolutely.
first of all, I didn't want to play on the Monday. I wanted the Sunday. But anyway,
You knew Joe
Joe and Troy wanted
Joe
that
and
game.
Troy
And they were not letting
wanted
go back.
that game.
I know that.
Yes.
The Cowboys, the last 2 weeks, worst dress rehearsal for the playoffs I've seen
Horrible.
by a team in a long time. Okay, the Titans game was horrendous. Okay, Josh Dobbs almost beat us. And then when you're talking about this Sunday, I changed the channel. I changed the channel. I was watching Seattle's game.
I'm surprised by that.
No, because they just, I think they were looking towards that wild card game and they didn't show up. The run defense was all right. The pass rush kind of showed up, but I'm kind of concerned right now with the offense. Dak Prescott. Dak, love you for. But what are you going to do for? What are you going
What can
to
four do for you?
What can 4 do for Jig? I don't know. This is a huge matchup. You're playing the GOAT. You're playing the GOAT. And Tampa Bay, you cannot mistake them for being the 2020 Tampa Bay Buccaneers this year. They're not a good team this year. So are you going to go in Tampa Bay and win this game? Tampa's 8-9. They have not been playing well. They look like terrible. They look terrible this weekend against Atlanta. And albeit Tom Brady was pulled, but they haven't been looking good at all. Is this a Cowboys team that can actually do something for once? Or is this the same old Dallas Cowboys? This is a prime opportunity for Dallas to win because Tampa's been so bad this year, right? But again, as you know, Cowboys Nation this weekend was watching that game, the concerns grow because the way we've ended the regular season has not been good. We look like a completely different team. Can the mistakes be limited? Because if you do throw picks, Dak, and not all of them are on Dak, I'm going to say that. But if you do throw picks, you know who's on the other side of the field? Tom Brady. And you know what he does when he has that good field position and all that stuff. He's going to win the game. So I will say this. Dallas right now is my pick to win this game. I'll say that. But don't disappoint me.
Do you think the Cowboys are going to lose?
Because of the trap.
The reason I find this so funny is because I think the world works in such mysterious ways.
You know what it's called, right? The script writers.
Yeah, the script writers, right, for sure. Yeah, whatever. I think it's like divine intervention, right?
But what exactly?
So
Describe it.
how crazy is it? Sunday Night Football opening weekend. Tom Brady and
Yeah, they
the
came in
Bucks
their
go
house.
to Jerry World. Dak breaks his thumb.
I thought the sky was falling.
The sky was falling.
See you guys
The sky
in 2023.
Was, the sky was
2023
falling,
now.
right? And somehow Cooper Rush keeps him afloat. Dak comes back. The Bucks struggle, and here we are again in Tampa Bay. Monday Night Football, end of Super
This should
Wild
be
Card
a revenge
weekend.
game for that week 1.
The greatest player in NFL history going up against America's team, God's team,
God's team.
the Dallas Cowboys.
Your energy kind of reminds me of when the Leafs make the playoffs and people
Hey,
freak out
I've been
about
saying,
it.
because I have a lot of friends that are Leafs fans. We are in the same boat.
You
We've
guys
been
are
in
the
the same
same,
boat.
right?
Now here's the
At
thing.
least we've
though.
won in the 90s, though.
Hey, another connection. The Leafs lost to Tampa in the playoffs. Your team's playing Tampa in the playoffs, and they might lose to Tampa.
See?
Nah, I
Full
think this
circle
is-
moment.
It's a full circle moment.
There's gotta be revenge. These guys have to play well. Micah's been talking.
Dude, but who's gonna stop? You think Trayvon Diggs is gonna stop Mike Evans?
I mean,
Mike Evans been playing very well
again,
lately.
But again, the thing is,
Playoff Lenny?
Lenny hasn't been playing well at all
he
this year.
hasn't.
They don't have a running game. So
Yeah.
the Cowboys, at least they don't have to play a good team in terms of the running game.
But could this be like
Tom Brady in the play? Okay, first of all, He hasn't lost to Dallas.
No.
He's 7-0. Okay. Second of all, Dallas is Dallas in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I will believe it when I see it with you guys that wear the star on their helmets. So, I right now I am concerned. I'm gonna say that I am concerned,
And you know
I'm not as
Jerry's-
confident.
Yeah.
Right,
And you know
and-
your boy Jerry's gonna say something crazy this week.
Probably.
And it's
No, he
gonna
already had his
it's gonna
show.
be put on bulletin boards across the across
So
Tampa Bay
the
locker.
Cowboys just need to be resilient in this situation, and they need to understand. They went in your house week 1, and the sky was falling. How about you go in their house and provide some payback?
Yep. Okay. Well, we also have the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. They're on a bye. But let's talk about the next thing. So we want to know, guys, after last night's loss by the Packers to the Detroit Lions, they lost 16-20. So is Aaron Rodgers' career over? Let's just get some answers from you guys.
Kind of looked like that last night when he was like.
Can you
had his
imagine if
arm
that
around
was
his
his-
head like that.
If that was his last
Get
game,
the
though.
camera, get out of my
He's
way.
like the Jameson Williams, like, nah, I'm gonna keep this jersey. I'm gonna keep this jersey. This is another chapter in the troll that Aaron Rodgers is. I think I all last week, right? Me and Sarah were talking about, is this Aaron Rodgers last year? I'm like, yeah, it could be.
He kind of went back and forth.
I was flip flopping, and then I'm like, you know what? This guy's the ultimate troll.
He's
a troll.
You saw what happened last
Yeah.
week. Like,
He's turning into Brett Favre.
I
right?
know.
He's basically Brett Favre.
and guess what? His last throw with the Packers could be a pick, just like Brett Favre. So, like, look, it's the same thing, basically. You know, I think that he's gonna play. I don't think he's gonna retire.
You think he plays
I
for the
don't
Packers?
I
though?
don't think he's a Packer anymore, though. I
Okay.
think it's done. I think he was looking around Lambeau. Man, I remember that guy. He's been in the
Remember
stands for a
Brett
while.
Favre? But remember Brett Favre cried at the end of the year.
I know, and he came back.
I'm done.
I know.
It plays
I
next
think
year.
that teams to watch for Aaron Rodgers. You're looking at Las Vegas. We know his connection with Devontae Adams. I think you're looking at this one. They'll need weapons. Tennessee, okay, Tennessee. They've been needing that guy. I'm sorry, Ryan Tannehill. I'm sorry. Okay, he's not the dude. He's not.
Yeah,
the dude.
it's all
okay,
good.
I'm looking at that. Those to me are the two teams to watch. I really think he could be a Raider though. I just.
What about
I have a
TB12
feeling.
for the Raiders?
It's either Raiders, either TB12, Rodgers, or Garoppolo. It's one of those three.
Okay.
So I think that he should go to a warmer weather place because I find that Lambeau, he for some reason at home, whenever it's a big moment, whenever it's a big game, he doesn't show up. Right? He doesn't show up. It's not only the team because it used to be, the defense doesn't help him out. The offense.
That defense is one of the best.
It's
in the league.
also Rodgers too. He had an opportunity to actually run it in to the end zone. Okay, and then he tried to throw it and complete. I think it was like a third down in the red zone. I don't know if Anzalone was in front of him, but he could have made a move or something, right? And he didn't do it. There's some times when Aaron does not show up when it matters most. And I was told this guy's the GOAT. I'm sorry, he's not. Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr., who the Cowboys are playing this weekend, is the
He's a
GOAT.
junior?
Yes, he is the junior
He is, yeah.
of that family. But I'm thinking that the Packers, they're not a bad team. That's the thing. They're not
They
a
have
bad
a very
team.
good
So
roster.
don't talk rebuild, right?
And Christian Watson has proven that he's a
Yes,
stud wide receiver.
And the defense has played better over the second part of the year. So it's either you look at Jordan Love, right? Because you did trade up and it was a first round pick. So you got to see what he has, or you make a move. Derek Carr, I don't know, someone out there.
Justin, any last final thoughts on this?
I think Aaron Rodgers is going to go to South America again, do a bunch of psychedelic drugs, and come up with a decision.
Well, that's it for today's show. Thank you so much for joining us on Homestand NFL. See you guys next time.
Go Cowboys.